Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm John.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Steve.
Penelope.
Oh, I love this show.
Yeah, it's really so good, man.
I think about it often. Just
Me too.
pondering the possibilities of what could happen. That last one, though, like, we needed... I talked about it for a long time, but we needed to have that catch-up episode because...
I feel like we're going to have probably, like, another one, you know what I mean? Right?
Oh, yeah, well...
Should be a couple.
Well, like, that one kind of ended, like, which pretty much showed us that, like, Aaron's leaving, like... he left, I should say, like, fairly early on.
Yeah.
Like, in that 3-4 years, whatever it was in between.
Yeah, he was there, I think, like, almost, like, 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. Because he left, I think, after, like, year one. I forget what they said, but... Because it was a couple days ago we watched it.
Yeah, and that, Zeke is actually, like, a freedom fighter.
So we were just rewatching some of the scenes from the last one, like... It still has me, like, I'm not... Obviously, I'm not sure, but, like, it still has me thinking, at least, or leaning this way, that he had been planning it the whole time, because when... What's her name? I can't remember her name now.
Me neither.
We had it last episode, too. We remembered it. But it's been days since we watched it.
Yeah.
It went right out my head.
Lost it.
But she was saying... Zeke's girl, she was saying that, like, it seemed like from her flashback that he was attacking their village or whatever. And she saw him, obviously, not as a devil, but as a god and all this stuff. And, like, then she said something along the lines of, like, he had us kill all the, like, or we killed all the officers and now we consider ourselves the Marleyan, like... Anti-Marleyan freedom fighters or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
That makes me think, like, either that was when Zeke, for whatever reason, like, decided to start that plan then, or he had already begun that plan and just brought them in to help him.
That's going to be, I think, the next, like, reveal, you know what I mean? Because we don't know. And he wasn't, other than talking with Levi, he wasn't, like, a big part of the last episode.
Well, yeah, exactly. And we also have to wonder, too, like, Pixis just took, like, is keeping them under, like, control for
just
right
in
now.
Case.
Yeah. Which could end up being
they
smart.
Understood.
Or I'm sure Zeke isn't an idiot. He knows if this is all like a plan. If he, depending on, like, I don't think he's doing anything like to affect them. No,
I don't think so either.
I think he genuinely wants to.
I think the way they put it in I think it was like 2 episodes, or it could have been last episode, was that he tried to take it by force, the founding, couldn't, and now he's trying to do it diplomatically by, like, surrendering. You know what I mean?
So that makes me think then he probably hadn't been planning it the whole time when you say it like that, because that makes sense.
No, I think the first attack, he was, like, real. He was trying to get it.
But what I'm saying is he hasn't been, like we were just talking about, he hasn't, since he turned in Grisha, he hasn't been, like, it's not been a long time.
I don't think so.
Like we were just talking about.
I don't think it's been that long.
No.
But it's been long enough, because we don't know when the soldier became... Like, when that happened.
Yeah, I don't think they said when, but that could have been at any time. But she doesn't look she looks fairly young, so it couldn't have been that long ago.
Yeah, but I mean, Zeke still would have to do things to not get caught by the Marley. So, like, he could still have been who he is and just went on with the attack.
Oh, yeah,
because if he got the founding, then, like, he's pretty much untouchable.
Also, don't forget... Yeah, but no, if he gets the founding, he can't get the founding. If he gets the founding, he turns into... Because he has the royal blood.
True. I forgot.
So, what's interesting, though, is, like, why would he... Because we have to remember that when that last episode, pretty much everything we saw was only, like, a year... I think they said, a year after those ships started disappearing? Which is when that last episode was. That
first ship was, I think, a year after the battle.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if that's when she came and told them all her backstory, or a little bit of her backstory about how she became Zeke's friend, like, or soldier, like, that means that could have happened, even say, like, 3 years before that. But no, that means it would have had to have happened before he attacked.
To him attacking the island.
We also don't know. He also didn't get there until, like, much later on compared to the kids.
Right.
So that's very interesting. I wonder if we're going to learn that. I feel like
yeah, because he wasn't one of the 4 sent there.
No, that's what I mean. He ended up showing up when was...
Cart wasn't either, right?
He showed up at some point in, season 2 when we saw him when he first... when he killed what's his name, like the second best behind Levi. Oh, what was his name? Not Keith. So, what the hell? You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
And then he was the one that like all the time he like commanded them to stop, and then like
Yeah,
he took
yeah.
took the ODM gear, and then he.
Yeah.
I think that was the same first episode we saw him.
Yeah.
So I would assume that around that time was when he first showed up, hypothetically. So it could have been any time. It could have even been right before that. Like he was
Right, yeah.
He was while the kids were on the island. Like
He could have been doing that. Yeah.
that's where he was off fighting a different
Could have
thing, you know.
Yeah.
And that's when it all started.
Yeah. There's a lot of things, and like then.
The shit with Annie now.
Yeah, I think she might come out.
I hope.
I hope so too, and I hope it's Zeke and like them are able to help like pull her out, which would be cool. And then we got to find out like what like Marley took a blow, but they're not obviously not going away easily.
I'm curious. I'm wondering if this episode's going to be more on the island, or we're going to start to get a little, because the last one we didn't get any of the Marley, so.
No, that's what I mean. We might get a couple like this.
Well, I also think maybe we're going to see now like Aaron's whole like infiltration, like what he had been doing that whole time, you know.
Yep.
And maybe we'll bounce from there, and then we'll bounce back to like maybe Armin doing something with Annie. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know.
Let's watch it.
And we are watching the Blu-rays now, guys. You could finally shut up about it.
No, we had ordered them. I know it was upsetting you guys.
Yeah. If you want to watch the next episode early, though, go check out our Patreon. We have that there as well as full length. Remember she caught him last time, episodes ago, and he was just saying something weird.
初めて会った時なんて一晩中巨人について語り明かしたじゃないか。
Yeah. Talk about a different person back then, huh?
私は確信してた。君が
What?
ヒストリアを犠牲にすることはないって。
Ah.
What did he do?
So this is obviously like. Is this the current timeline then?
I think so.
Starting to get into this song. All these intros eventually get me. Because once you start hearing them, you're like, all right, I could dig this. But obviously the first two are the best. I think season 2 might have been my favorite.
That was a good one.
I do like the original, like season 1 one though.
Yeah. 今後もお前らとの接触はない。顔を見せたのは最大限の情報。
Mikasa looks normal again.
それで十分です。パラディ島唯一の友好国、ヒーズル国。その特使、清宮東人。
This is interesting.
So she was a part of it too.
この印は死んだ母の一族か
Secret
ら受け継
society
いできた
of
ものです
badasses.
将軍家の忘れがたみはこの島に取り残されたのです。
It's her?
あなたは我々が失った一国の主の末裔。
Wow. Oh, that makes total sense though, you know? That because remember they always said, oh, she was like, I always found it odd that my mom and my dad would be together.
なんか嬉しそうだな。
Yeah.
嬉しいんだよ。私たちは生まれのこと
Yeah, you're like me.
同士なんで
I didn't even think of that.
ミカサが一緒ならこんなに頼もしい人いないよ。
Now it's making me more upset. They're making me love her again, you know?
この立体起動装置は
So funny we're coming back to him like not knowing what that was.
私が個人的に調達したものですのでご安心を。
この近代化の時代において金銀財宝に等しい資源が眠っておられるのです。
She wants to try and sell it, maybe.
私は出汁に使われただけでは。
ジークは獣の巨人を王家の血を引く者へと継承。その者は13年の任期を終えるまで可能な限り子を増やすと。
獣の巨人の継承を受け入れます。
Really?
地ならしが我々の存続に不可欠である以上は。
I love her.
俺はジーク・イエガーの計画は到底受け入れられません。地ならしの維持に我々の命運を委ねるのは危険です。
I also don't blame him for thinking that, you know?
Yeah.
Why would you trust him, you know?
And you're releasing him, so you are going to destroy people for no reason, just to like show your power.
That's what I'm saying though. Like if you're gonna release him, aren't you releasing him to kill everyone?
他のやり方があったら教えてくださいよ。
You perv. He's Completely gone.
He's really snapping, yeah. But that was crazy that he can like almost release his Titan power.
Oh, this is... We know the current Eren is... We don't even know what he can do, you know? Barely.
中に入ろう。ヒストリア。
Yep.
もっと体をいたわらないと。
Who was that? Talking to her.
She's pregnant though.
同じ地で生まれた青年だ。幼少期は女王に石を投げつけていたらしい。構って欲しかったようだ。
Boys.
ただでさえ出産は命の危険が伴うというのに。
その正論でこの国は
This guy sucks.
かもな。
いやー、この暑い中ご苦労様。
She might be my favorite like voice actor in the whole
I
show.
love her, yeah.
I just like the way like whoever does it, like she like puts like an extra emphasis on everything.
そんなこちらの意図も計らず勝手に悪魔だって決めつけて、どうしてみんなが平和になる道を考えられないんだ。
It's all to show us how they end up where they do, you know, why Eren's plan happened.
胃薬と歯ブラシと故郷の味を何か
She probably always brings
アンジ
stomach
さんの話
medication.
聞いてた
Or did. Damn it.
平和を望んでいることを世界が知れば何かが変わるかもしれない。
Poor yeah. Armin might be like like my favorite in terms of like
He's a good guy.
like who should be like the best, you know.
それが俺だ。お前のお下がりは気に入らねえが、実際俺以上
Eren
に
hand me down.
あなたはバカなんですよ。
You're an idiot.
じゃなくてバカにそんな重要なことを任せられるわ
A
け
little harsh, but kind of true.
実践経験もあって信頼できるのも私たちくらいなら消去法で
It's funny that they were all willing to do it though, you know.
いや、だからバカには任せられないってお前が言ったんだろ。お前は俺よりもバカなんだから。お前言ってること
I
が
was just thinking that. I just didn't want to say it.
俺はお前らに継承させるつもりはない。お前らが大事だからだ。
That's all he's got left.
だから長生きしてほしい。
It's like the only little bit of him left, you know. This group. It's the only one that like you see emotion come out. Like the current Eren, like see any emotion come out of him is during something happens to one of them.
Well, even this was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, I know.
義勇兵の拘束がまさかピクス司令がそんな
I'm trying to like make sure I know. All right, now we're back in current timeline.
Yeah.
腹違いの兄貴の方につくことがあるなら、
あるならどうするの。
俺たちは奴を切る覚悟をしておく必要がある。
そんなことさせない。
Yeah. We'll have no talk of that.
Yeah, right.
笑いやがった。一体何がそんなにおかしかったんだろうな。サシャが死んだことのどこが。説明してくれよ、ミカさん。
Was it because he was actually seeing the memory of?
No, because her last.
No, I know, but
信頼できる他の誰かを巨人にしてエレンの始祖を継承する選択だ。
they're really jumping into this Eren and them split, you know, like the sides being drawn.
Well, they're nervous.
I think they should be. Oh, for as non-action packed as that was, that flew by.
Yeah, it was quick.
There was so much like that was a great episode. I love those like.
I do too.
don't-
I think we're gonna get a couple more. Like, and I really like it a lot.
Like obviously, like I love the
the
crazy
fighting and stuff. Yeah,
Titan
but
fighting and shit. But
this
like,
stuff is cool
yeah, because
because it's so detailed and like in depth.
it like really get into the story, you know.
Yeah.
Finally,
Yeah.
it's one of those off shows where like even the non-action packed episodes are fantastic.
I know. Yeah, I think I said that before. Like they do a great job of making like a non-action packed episode super action packed.
That's fantastic.
Aaron's like really losing it, huh?
So I said it during the episode, and I'm not there yet, obviously, but like, Eren, I feel like they're gonna really like push us to the limit in terms of how long we can root for Eren. I'm not saying I want that. I'm saying I think that's what they're gonna do.
I think so too. Yeah, I'm already. I don't like what he did to Hanji.
No, that's what made me say that, because I was like, oh, I didn't like that.
I don't like that at all.
It was the first thing. Well, we could agree to disagree. I don't think he should have killed had innocent kids killed, but
I
like
don't
regardless.
Why would we disagree? I also don't think he should have either.
Well, okay, so yeah, it was a part of his plan.
Yeah,
so like
it's just, you know.
No, I didn't mean you.
Yeah.
Like he obviously didn't. Like that was like, I'm talking more in regards of like watching it as like a, not like an actual like decision that he made, but like that for some reason seemed to be like the first thing he did that was like one like
against his better
totally
judgment.
like totally out of character. Yeah, like that. All right, he's definitely something going on with him because like.
Well, he didn't even feel bad about it at all.
And
that's what's crazy.
I found that scene so interesting because we know Hanji is like this. She loves to like
very curious,
poke and prod and try to get details for obvious reasons because he's not talking. But like, I remember I forget how many episodes it was. Probably like whenever Eren was having the Grisha flashbacks in one of those episodes, he was. When he like came out of one of the memories, he like said something like he was still in the memory, and Hanji heard it, and she was like, "What are you talking about? Like, why is he saying that?" Oh, it's I think he was just saying attack or something like that.
Yeah, I forget.
And she was like doing the same thing here, where she was like, "Why do you keep saying that?
Right?
Like, why? Like, are you going to the two fights? Like, I think she has an idea, like just like
something's
we do.
going on.
Like,
yeah,
like we know we're pretty sure like he's just obviously having these. He's always in these memories. And so he's like, and he's probably seeing maybe different ones at different times or something like that. And because he has those two different titans, or now he has the 3 titans in him, so he's seeing. He's probably seeing.
And he just got an information dump on the Tybor family, like you know what I mean, all the stuff that they know.
Right. That's probably why it's all like getting mixed up now because.
But then it's like then I get confused because remember when Owl saw the future, so like is he also getting future memories that he doesn't even know what they are?
That could have been for sure. He could have been seeing like what is going to happen at the end of the show, you know?
Anything, right? And he's just saying like fight, like.
And they love teasing us with that, like you know damn well, and like by the end of this season, like this first probably this first part, we'll even see, or even later on, like we'll see what he was seeing during that hour, you know?
Somehow,
I'm sure,
right?
Even if it's not like a huge moment, it'll be
head too.
It'll be a part of it, you know?
Right.
And when it happens, we're going to be
subtle.
like, there it is. Or they're just not going to come
or
back to
I'm going to miss it completely.
Either we're going to miss it, or that's not going to happen. It's not that important. But it has to be, because that's what they have to get to the root of that, because now it's causing the rift between
them.
This show loves to do these episodes, and I love them, where you can almost see what the main problem of the episode is going to be, where they're showing us the flashbacks of them, specifically the one on the train, where they're all like having this camaraderie in a way, and like they're all willing to do it for like, they'll be like, yeah, I'll do it. And then you jump back forward to our current timeline, and you see them like, all besides Mikasa, obviously, like all talking about like we might have to like ditch Eren, like where, like how far we've come, like how much has changed in only a couple of years. It was only a 2-year gap.
Zhang,
I think, right?
Zhang.
Yeah, but no, Connie.
What do you want to call him? No, Connie was trashing Mikasa.
No, Connie was the first one.
I mean, trashing Sasha.
Connie was the first one. He was standing at the window, and he was like, what I'm saying is, and then Mikasa freaked out on him.
True. Yeah.
He was the first one that like brought up like we might have to like do something to Eren, you know? I also just love the fact that like when he was down in the thing, he told her, he's like, I'm a Warhammer. Gave her the whole outline, and then he's like, there's no cell that can hold me. And I'm like,
nothing can stop him.
And like, I still find, even though I hate what he did to Hanji, I still find it cool that he like grabbed it. Like, all I have to do is mentally picture somebody I hate and him doing that, and then the sparks fall. Like, ooh.
Just letting you know, because like I'm letting you know, I could turn into this right now, and like everybody's dead here.
Because I wonder, like, obviously he's the first person ever to inherit more than one Titan. So like,
other than Ymir, like the original Ymir,
right? So like, he's obviously we don't know have any experience of somebody like having to deal with having all those memories.
Well, yeah, and she wouldn't have had memories like.
And
that.
Like you said, in the future too, like the show in the future, like what?
And the original, and Ymir wouldn't have had memories because she wouldn't have been split yet. The only reason there's memories is because all 9 are technically one.
I think you're onto something with him. Maybe not wanting, but maybe ending up having to realize that he does need to inherit all the Titans again.
All of them, yeah.
Like maybe that's like how you end the curse or something. Maybe like where you.
If he inherited all 9 and dies.
Well, that's what I mean. Like you inherit all 9. Well,
no, isn't it? Then
what I'm saying though is like we see how like they get to these time points. Like when we saw Ymir looking up at the thing. Maybe once you have all the Titans, like that's when you can hit the center of it and like do something like change something. Maybe, I don't know. Something. I think though, like you were saying, like once you have all of them in there, you fully have all, because like the more Titans he gets, the more probably crazy he gets.
I'm sure.
That's what I kind of vibe I'm getting. Because you're getting more information, but also shit in the future. So like maybe once you have them all, it like connects.
That's gotta really fuck with you.
And it gives you it gives them the actual solution of fixing it or something. And then like it ends like that, and it's like at what cost? Like,
or he kills himself, like, and ends the curse completely.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean, like something like that.
Well, I feel like that would be a happy ending to be, and it sounds terrible, but like, that'd be a good ending
for the world.
But I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think it's this kind of show. It's either going to have...
Well, that'd be an awful ending, considering they would be taking us on this journey of, like, also, loving him so much.
I just realized part 2 just ended on Sunday, and while it's the end of season 4, apparently it's not over yet.
Oh, there are talks of season 5?
Well, they have to, because apparently this season doesn't end, like, it's like the end. It's not supposed to be the end of the show.
Oh.
So they just haven't announced another season. At least, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, this is weeks after it ended, but I think I read somewhere like maybe they're either going to do a movie or like another season. I forget, but
cool.
But that's nice to know because now if we can
be
catch
caught up for that.
Because I would imagine by the time that comes out, if the part 2 just got, we'll easily be caught up.
Yeah, because how many more do we have in this one? That was 10.
Yes, we have 6 left. Right.
16.
Yeah, there's 16
in each one.
Yeah. I believe so. There's definitely 16 in part 1, though. I don't know. That's an episode we can sit here and literally... I'm going to end the discussion now, but that's an episode I could sit here and talk another 20 minutes about easily.
Oh, yeah.
Because...
And we didn't even get into Zeke yet.
Yeah. Like, he's so tricky. Like, you know, like... remember, what was it, 2 episodes ago? I knew I was going to end the video here, but real quick.
We forgot to talk about Historia anyway.
Yeah. Fuck.
But go ahead, finish your thought.
So, all right, I guess we're not into the video here because we gotta talk. I feel like we do have to talk about this. Like, but back to Zeke. Like, I think what we were talking about a couple episodes ago about him being like him and Aaron, or yeah, I don't know if we said him and Aaron, but like Aaron specifically, like maybe separating. And this episode kind of is hinting at that too, like him separating from the people inside the walls.
And joining Zeke.
And him, like, them join and, like,
Zeke's
getting their own, like, group. And they're hinting at it here, like, oh, you're with him, Mikasa? Like, you're going to be on their side?
Well, no, because Zeke wouldn't even be around anymore. It would be Historia.
What do you mean? We just saw...
No, but not for much longer. No, I know now, but I'm saying, like...
I know. Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, like...
Because he's pretty much there, I think, for
don't forget,
Historia to eat him.
The shit that's going to happen from... where we are now to the end of part 2, that's going to all have to take place within like a year because, right? Or a couple of years because
this year
they don't have a lot of years left. Well, not Zeke, not including Zeke, but like
Aaron has 5 years left. He said.
Okay, so yeah, but this show does tricky shit.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick with Historia though, like, so she's pregnant in the current timeline, right? Obviously, is what we saw.
Yes.
With somebody she used to know and then rekindle, I guess, something with is what it seems like. They had a baby. She hasn't inherited the Titan yet, which means Zeke's still alive, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because that's the current timeline.
Yeah, he's in the woods.
Okay.
She's having a baby probably to pass on the royal blood. You know?
Yeah, they even said that's a part of Zeke's
plan. She has to have as many babies as possible.
They're clearly going with, like, they're hesitantly going with Zeke's plan.
She could still have a baby if she became the Beast Titan, or they can't have babies.
Well, they have to because they said Aaron has to have a baby too. Well, no, I guess they didn't because she has to pass it down to somebody, right? Yeah. They didn't mean a baby.
No,
because you need somebody with founding.
They want founding.
That's why. Okay.
And no.
Well,
they're just going to pass down the founding Titan.
That's what I mean.
And they need to pass down a Titan with royal blood.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She's just having a baby, so they have somebody for royal blood.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. Like, do you think she becomes a Titan?
No,
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I think something's gonna come up.
I do.
I'm really hoping that Eren has like a alternate plan and like doesn't turn on them, like makes us like we are like led to believe that he's going to like kind of separate from them, but like he doesn't.
We were talking about like how this show could end, like.
Oh, we forgot to talk about Mikasa.
That too. Yeah. Like how the show can end, like. I think like best case scenario is like Eren's able to like stop this like repetitive curse, and maybe like stop this Titan thing in general somehow, like maybe by collecting all the Titans or like how you were saying, and then but does die ultimately, and then it's like you have all these sacrifices along the way, like all this shit he had to do, like all these sacrifices he had to like give up like for or sacrifice for just to do this, like finally get a. I want this show to end with like a final close. Like I want closure. I don't want it to be like, all right, well now it's just it's
same thing.
Yeah, because then it's like there's no like I said closure in that. But yeah, with Mikasa though,
yeah, it was cool.
That was really cool.
Her mom's side.
So like she's like hailed as like this like hero, right?
She's like the
not like a god,
royal blood.
Yes. Like she would be in charge, I think, if she was there, right?
Yeah, like the queen.
It's cool that they tied that in, like, because for a while back, Mikasa was talking. She was like, it was always weird. I always found it weird when why my mom, who was of this blood, was married to my dad, like completely separate.
Yeah,
like,
I don't remember that.
She definitely said something. I think it was her who said that. She's like, I always thought that was weird, like how they ended up and where they ended up, and now we know that mom was dropped off.
They were constantly visiting the.
Well, no, the mom was. She was left behind. They said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Right.
I wonder if that's gonna.
That's gonna play into something.
That's definitely gonna come back to that because, like,
for sure.
Can she if she is like in charge then, like, or could be, like, couldn't she just go there and like take control? Yeah. I don't know. We also could be wrong. She might not be in charge.
She's like Shogun. Something.
I don't. Yeah, they didn't say.
I don't know what that is.
The way she like greeted her wasn't like I can't. I have to go back and like see what she says, but like, I got the vibe that she was like more like, just like a special like, oh my god, you're like, we always heard about you, but now I can't believe you're actually real.
Yeah.
It's almost like a folktale coming true.
No, I think it's like Historia said. I think she's a lot like Historia. She's just a hidden royal bloodline.
That's what I mean. That's why she was so like crazed to see her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
I don't know. We'll end it there finally.
Yeah, this is great.
I can keep going. Anyway, guys, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.
See you later.